Ever imagine yourself, like, exploring a hidden world? One that's, super important to how everything works, but, like, nobody really thinks about it.
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today.
Okay.
The life of a mine surveyor.
Cool.
I think when you hear that, you probably think, like, maps and hard hats.
Yeah.
But it's so much more interesting than that.
Right.
We're digging into RoleCatcher.com and all of their career resources
Okay.
to uncover what this job really entails because, hey, maybe it's your perfect fit, right?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
A lot of
nice.
people just, they don't get it.
Don't get what?
The complexity
Oh, wow.
and how important mine surveyors are,
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at RoleCatcher's career guide.
Okay.
They mention that they prep the mining plans
Yeah.
and track everything. How much ore is extracted?
Right.
It seems, I don't know, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like super detailed bookkeeping, maybe?
It's like the foundation of the whole operation.
Oh, wow.
Think about it.
Okay.
Those records, those plans, those aren't just numbers on a page.
Yeah.
They're the difference between a mine running legally and safely
Right.
and one that, ends up on the news for all the wrong reasons.
Okay. Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
I do remember some, like, pretty scary mine collapses being in the news. Those records, that's the impact they have.
Absolutely.
Wow.
One example,
Yeah.
the Upper Big Branch mine disaster back in 2010s.
Oh, right.
Investigations showed a huge lack of proper methane monitoring and ventilation,
Right.
directly linked to the explosion that killed 29 miners.
Oh, wow.
Accurate surveys and records by mine surveyors are so important in preventing those.
Wow. That's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
So it's not just like knowing how to use a theodolite then, right?
Right?
I have to admit, I'm picturing like, I don't know, some old-timey compass and hoping it's a bit more high-tech these days.
You're right. It's way more advanced.
Oh, good.
A theodolite, which is basically this precision instrument for measuring angles,
Okay.
still a fundamental tool.
Okay.
But the field uses some amazing tech now.
Like what?
We're talking drones mapping out entire underground networks.
Wow.
Laser scanners capturing like unbelievably precise measurements.
Wow.
And even AI
What?
analyzing geological data to predict like hazards.
So it's like a blend of traditional surveying and then this cutting-edge technology.
Exactly.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
RoleCatcher also, like, they paint a realistic picture too, right? They mention long hours, remote locations, physically demanding work.
Yeah.
Not exactly a walk in the park.
It can be challenging, definitely.
Yeah.
You're often working in some pretty intense conditions,
Right.
under pressure to make sure everything's accurate and everyone's safe.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
you're always solving problems using critical thinking skills, stuff you can't learn from a textbook.
Okay, so far we've got high stakes,
Yeah.
high tech,
Yeah.
high demands. So what kind of person thrives in that kind of environment?
This is for someone who's detail-oriented, who's not afraid of pressure, who enjoys technical challenges,
You're right.
someone who really feels good knowing their work is keeping the lights on,
Yeah.
keeping cars running and buildings standing.
Wow. It's true. I mean, so much of what we rely on every day comes from mines.
Right.
It's a career with, like, real impact. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Uh-huh.
But let's talk about the actual career path itself.
Okay.
RoleCatcher breaks it down into 4 main stages, right?
Yeah, you usually start as an entry-level mine surveyor,
Okay.
assisting the more experienced surveyors.
Right.
It's a lot of like learning the ropes,
Okay.
getting familiar with the equipment,
Right.
understanding how to use those textbook concepts in the real world.
So it's like a hands-on apprenticeship
Yeah,
where you're building those really important skills.
exactly.
Okay.
Then, as you get better, you move up to junior mine surveyor.
Okay.
At this level, you're given more responsibility.
Like what?
You might be making survey plans on your own, conducting surveys, analyzing data.
Okay, so you're not just fetching tools anymore. You're
Right.
trusted to do more like specialized things.
Exactly. What's after that?
Next is senior mine surveyor.
Okay.
That's where leadership comes in.
Okay.
Now, you're not just responsible for your own work,
Right.
but also for overseeing a team,
Mhm.
making sure the surveys are accurate,
Right.
and analyzing that complex data to optimize the entire mining operation.
So it sounds like, you start by learning the fundamentals,
Yeah,
then you get good at them,
right.
and eventually you're leading other people.
and like shaping the whole strategy.
Yeah.
But you mentioned analyzing complex data.
Yeah.
Like how much technical expertise are we talking about?
It's definitely tech heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, they use those geographic information systems, GIS.
Right, but that sounds kind of intimidating.
It's a crucial part of the job.
Okay.
Imagine like creating a digital twin of the mine,
Okay.
a 3D map, but it shows the tunnels and shafts,
Right.
but also the geology, the mineral deposits, even the potential hazards.
Wow.
That's what GIS does.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So from like digital maps to drones, it's clear technology is a big deal for mine surveyors.
It is.
But what about just, you as a person?
Sure.
What skills and certifications do you actually need to be successful?
Early on, a mine surveyor certification is key.
Okay.
That shows, the fundamentals.
Right.
A certified mine safety professional certification is also important.
Right, because like we were talking about before, those records and surveys aren't just about efficiency.
Right.
It's about keeping people safe.
Exactly, preventing those accidents.
Yes.
Then as you move up, a GIS professional certification shows you can use those geospatial tools.
Okay.
Later on, you might want to get a certified engineering surveyor certification
What would that be for?
if you want to focus on the design and construction side of things.
So you're always learning new things in this field.
You are.
It's like leveling up in a video game.
Kind of, yeah.
Speaking of, I have to ask about RoleCatcher again.
Yeah.
They're not just like an information source, right?
Right.
They have those AI-powered tools to help with, your job search.
That you do?
I remember seeing that.
Yeah, RoleCatcher goes beyond just giving you info.
Okay.
They want to help you land the job.
Okay, tell me more about that because honestly, resume writing is the worst.
I hear you. It really is.
With all this talk about AI taking over, what does that mean for somebody who might want to be a mine surveyor?
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
It's more like things are changing,
Yeah.
not going away.
Yeah.
Think about it. You still need people to, program those robots.
Right.
You need someone to understand the data they collect
Mm-hmm.
and to make sure everything's being done safely and according to the mining plan.
So a mine surveyor's job might be different, but it's not going to disappear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If anything, they'll be even more important.
So.
We're moving towards these, smart mines
Okay.
where you're analyzing data in real time and using models to predict what's going to happen.
Right.
Mine surveyors, they get that. They'll be the ones making it all work.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's not just knowing how to use the tools. It's like seeing the big picture
Exactly.
and knowing how to use all this new tech.
And we can't forget about, sustainability.
Oh, right.
There's more and more pressure to make sure we're getting resources responsibly.
Yeah.
Mine surveyors, they understand the geology, they know about resource management,
Mm-hmm.
and they can do all that spatial analysis, so they're in a good position to make things more sustainable.
So it's not just a job then. It's like being a part of this whole new thing.
Totally.
Wow. This has been a wild ride.
It has.
We went from maps and compasses to digital twins and AI.
It's amazing how much it's changed.
If you're out there listening to this and you're even a little interested, go to RoleCatcher.com.
Yeah, it's a great resource.
They've got all those guides and resources that can help you out.
For sure.
It's a really interesting career.
Way more than people realize.
Here's something to think about.
Okay.
What if you could be a part of this, but you could also help shape its future?
I like that.
What if you could take your love of technology, your attention to detail, and make a real difference in the world of mining?
It's possible.
The info is out there.
It is.
All you got to do is find it.
That's the fun part.
This has been The Deep Dive. Until next time, keep exploring.